It is 5:50. We are up. We were trying to get out of here and start hiking before the sun came up. But it's already coming. It's 7 a.m. and we're on the move, day 3. We woke up by ourselves before the coyotes this morning, but they are up. We're headed towards where they are. I'm sure they'll move along. There's so many birds. Hoping to get 10 miles in before noon to get to the next water source. And then 5 miles to camp after that. But we both feel good, so here we go. So I could put a band-aid on my toe. And then we had a little snack break. But we're making really good time. We started somewhere way back there. We went all the way across the front of there. And then across the flats. And now we're headed back uphill a little bit, but it's nice. We've got this dirt road. It's a bit rocky and slippery in places, but it's a whole heck of a lot easier than what we were walking on yesterday morning. And it's really just nice to follow the road and not have to be wandering all over looking for trail markers. This is easy to follow, clear trail markers every half mile or so, and you can't really beat these views. Beautiful. We're on day 3, about 5 miles in. Molly's up ahead somewhere. She hikes faster than me, and I take a lot more photos and videos, I think. But it's beautiful. It is getting hot, so I'm about to stop when there's some shade and have a snack and have lunch and probably get my umbrella out or put my cap on. Probably my umbrella. That helps a lot. But it is definitely warm out here. But there's a gorgeous breeze. It's nice and cool every time you cross a ridge. So that's nice. Just checking in. Doing good. This is funny. This is exactly how I imagined the whole trail was going to be. Just flat and packed dirt and brush, just desert. I was not expecting all the up and downs that we've had. But I also wasn't expecting all the flowers and stuff we've had either, so I'm not complaining. If the whole thing was like this, it would be a breeze. But it's definitely been difficult. This is a nice reprieve from the hard bits. This is so majestic. I just have to stop. Breathe this in for a minute. Everywhere you so tiny. At about mile 7.5, just passed. Just stopped for a break, had a drink, refilled my water. This is yellow flowers. Don't know what they are, but they're pretty. This up here reminds me of El Capitan when you're driving up from Texas into New Mexico towards the Guadalupe Mountains. El Capitan kind of stands out like that. You can see it from like 50 miles away. And when you get to the other side of it, it's really impressive, but it looks just like this from the road. Second one just went past the mountains over there doing some Top Gun moves. I'm at mile 9.3 and our water is mile 10, so I have a feeling that window down there is where our water is. So from here to there is 0.7 miles, apparently. We shall see. This is pretty. Much easier to follow again than yesterday's trail. Plenty of markers, you can see them ahead. Makes it much easier. to the water tank, and there's also a cow pond here. So we're just having a break. I've got some food cooking. I'm gonna have my dinner now and have oatmeal for dinner. But we did great. We did 11 miles this morning before noon. So we're gonna chill here for a little bit, and then we've got 5 miles to camp. So we'll be able to get to camp. If we leave here by 1-ish, we'll be at camp by 4. So probably 4 hours. Oh, by 4 o'clock probably. Yeah, maybe. So we'll have a nice early night at camp so we can get organized and relax instead of just getting there at dark and putting our tent up and going to sleep. But it's beautiful here. We're having a great time. So this is the cow pond at mile 39.1. There's cow poop everywhere, but honestly it's a beautiful place to stop. And a nap, a siesta. There's the water tank. There's a hose attached to that where you can just fill your water bottle. I guess that's the old windmill. Looks like there's a nest up in there. It's very beautiful here. Back on trail. We've got 5.3 miles to go to the water cache, and our campsite is not far from there. So far there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of elevation right here, which is nice. And it is hot, the clouds have gone away, but also it's still windy, which is very nice. This is rather pleasant. We should get to camp nice and early today, so that we can chill. Back down to lower elevation again now, and it's totally different. It's like scrub. Just came down from up there. Totally different. We're 3.3 miles from the next water source, which is also where our campsite is. But there's also a tiny town called Hachita, which is about 8 miles east of the trail. And on the last water box, it had the number for Hachita Community Center, where if you call them, if there's somebody available, they'll come and get you. And you can spend the night in the community center and charge all your phone and everything and have a shower. And have a good night's sleep without worrying about mountain lions or coyotes. So cross your fingers for it. Hopefully we'll be able to get a ride into town. We'll see. We took a break for 10 minutes under a juniper tree because I was overheating. And now we're off again. We've only got 2.7 miles left to the water cache. But these views. Somewhere down there is the actual Continental divide. We're about to cross it for the first time at mile 44.5. Cross it over here somewhere. The person who called about that didn't know anything about it, so a very kind lady that was near the water cache, she was down there with her daughter and her partner rock hounding, and she was kind enough to drive us into town to ask them in person and to see if the community center was open, and it was not. So she was very kind, dropped us back on trail, wouldn't accept gas money.